Hello and welcome back to Gunsmith Part 14. Today we're going to be handing in this HK416. Here is the finished build if you just want that screen, but we're going to skip over to the characters tab so that we can get started. So here's the built one that I've done. We're going to start by looking on the flea market and grab one. These are pretty much in default configuration. Just make sure that someone's not pulling something stupid on here, but usually you can get this cheaper than you get from the trader. I can't even buy them from the trader myself at the moment because they're mechanic 4, but you can just get one from the flea market pretty easily. Once you're here at this point, we need to do two things that the quest doesn't ask for. The first one is to move the barrel over to the 11-inch barrel, so we'll do that. And the second is to change the handguard over to the Midwest 9-inch. This build doesn't work without it. So now that we're here, we're going to start adding various things that are pretty easy to do. We're going to start with the RC2 suppressor. This needs to go onto an SF3P compensator, like so. And then we'll get this RC2 on top of that. Clearly, I need to add the gas block in again because I changed the barrel over, so let's just make sure that we do that. And then we're going to add an RVG TAN foregrip. We need to add the M-LOK 4.1-inch rail first, and then the RVG on top. On the top of the gun, we're going to put the holographic that's required, which is the TAN XPS 3.2, this one here. And then we're going to add the MOE pistol grip. This one is this one here, MOE AR-15 pistol grip, mag pull. Make sure it is this specific one. I actually got this wrong, and I put on the MIAD when I was looking at this build to begin with. On the back of the gun, we're going to put the UBR Gen 2, which just goes on straight like that, no problem at all. And then we're going to add a cantilever mount here. This is one of the ones that gives you +1 ergo. This is important because the build won't complete without it. On top of this, we're going to put the LA5B PEQ tactical device. This one is a pain because there's really no way to get it other than from high-level traders. And unless you're mechanic 4, you can't get it, and it tends to be pretty expensive. So you're just going to have to buy it from the flea. After this, you can usually use whichever mag. It needs to make sure that it goes underneath 4 kilos though. So the regular Stanag one should work. And then all we need to do is add some sights to get ourselves up to 60. So we're going to do the Chris Defiance rear and the Chris Defiance front, like so. This sticks us just under 4 kilos, so make sure that your magazine is something sensible. You can't use 20s or 10s. You can't cheese the quest like that. It has to be a 30, and if you try to use the HK steel, it will not work. So swap this over to the Stanag, and the build should complete. I'm going to select my weapon, just to show you that I can't actually build it because it's exactly the same as the gun that I've got. And then we're going to go over to mechanic. And as usual, we'll hand it in, and we will be on to Gunsmith Part 15 instead.